What's up guys, it's Josh. Today I'm going to be demonstrating configuring DFS replication. So the first thing you want to do is go to the server that you want to replicate and click start, go to administrative tools and click on DFS management. Now I'm going to be doing this on my Contasso domain in the docs1 folder. I'm going to go inside here, and these are the two sites, and I want to replicate data 1 to server 2. So I'm going to click on replication, and it'll say replication status not configured. To configure DFS replication, this is what you want to click on. The replicate folder wizard comes up. Now it asks you replication group name. You can name this whatever you want. I'm just going to name this, I'm going to keep it the default name, and we're going to replicate docs1. So I'm going to leave it like that and click next. Replication eligibility. This just shows what folders are able to replicate. So click next. Primary member. Now all this is asking is the server that you want to replicate. So we're going to replicate server 1 and click next. Topology selection. We can either select full mesh or no topology. In full mesh, each member replicates all the other members of the replication group. It works well when there are 10 or fewer members in the replication group. There are only like 2 or 3 in our server, so we're going to click full mesh and go to next. Replication group schedule and bandwidth. Now since I'm not going to be using that much bandwidth, I'll just keep it at full. Different companies will need to have specific times and days that replication needs to take place, and the bandwidth comes into play more often in those cases. So I'm just going to replicate continuously using the specified bandwidth. This shows the review of the replication group that we're making. Here are the replication group members, server 1 and 2. We're going to replicate docs1, and the primary folder target is server 1. So we're going to click create, and we'll just wait for the group to be created. Click on errors and make sure that no errors occurred during the creation, and now click close. A replication delay window comes up and tells you about replication latency, and pretty much just informs you on how long it may take in certain situations for replication to occur. We're going to click OK. And so now if you go down here to replication, it should show the Contasso.com default name that I left. This is the replication group now. Now like it said before, it may take a while for replication to occur, so we can do a couple tests and see if replication is actually working. First we're going to go to server 2, and we're going to go to DFS management on server 2. And we're just making sure that under replication that we have the Contasso.com group name and that the namespaces are still the same. So now that we've verified that, we want to go back to server 1, and we want to click on replication and click on the group name, and down here we want to click create diagnostics. There are a couple different ways you can do this. I'm going to do the propagation test. This tests replication progress by creating a test file in a replicated folder. So it's the quickest way, so I'm just going to click on that and go to next. We want to keep this on docs1 and keep the server on server 1. And I don't want to keep the test files very long because I have limited space on my hard drive. So I'm just going to delete the test files that are older than 5 days. So click next. And this gives you a review of the propagation test, and we just want to click create. And start new propagation test was a success, and clean up old propagation tests were a success. Click on errors, and we see that no errors occurred. Click close. And so the last thing we want to do is click on verify topology, and you'll get a message that says topology status. The topology for replication group Contasso is fully connected. Data can replicate throughout the topology, and you can do this on server 2 as well. And that'll be all, guys. We'll see you next time.